Good morning, everyone. It is Tara C. with Morning Manna for Monday of week 14 in Ordinary Time. And today we will be reading from Genesis 28, Psalm 91, one of my favorites, and Matthew chapter 9. So here we go. Let me move me out of the way over here. Okay. Genesis 28, verses 10 through 22. Jacob left Beersheba and set out for Haran. When he had reached a certain place, he stopped there for the night, since the sun had set. Taking one of the stones of that place, he made it his pillow and lay down where he was. He had a dream. There was a ladder planted on the ground with its top reaching to heaven, and God's angels were going up and down on it. And there was Yahweh standing beside him and saying, I, Yahweh, am the God of Abraham, your father, and the God of Isaac. The ground on which you are lying, I shall give to you and your descendants. Your descendants will be as plentiful as the dust on the ground. You will spread out to west and east, to north and south, and all clans on earth will bless themselves by you and your descendants. Be sure I am with you. I shall keep you safe wherever you go and bring you back to this country, for I shall never desert you until I have done what I have promised you. Then Jacob awoke from his sleep and said, Truly, Yahweh is in this place, and I did not know. He was afraid and said, How awe-inspiring is this place! This is nothing less than the abode of God, and this is the gate of heaven. Early next morning, Jacob took the stone he had used for his pillow and set it up as a pillar, pouring oil over the top of it. He named the place Bethel, but before that, the town had been called Luz. Jacob then made this vow: If God remains with me and keeps me safe on this journey I am making, if he gives me food to eat and clothes to wear, and if I come home safe to my father's home, then Yahweh shall be my God. This stone I have set up as a pillar is to be a house of God, and I shall faithfully pay you a tenth of everything you give me. And our responsorial psalm is Psalm 91, verses 1 through 4 and 14 through 15. You who live in the secret place of El Elyon, spend your nights in the shelter of Shaddai, saying to Yahweh, my refuge, my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. He rescues you from the snare of the fowler, set on destruction. He covers you with his pinions. You find shelter under his wings. His constancy is shield and protection. Since he clings to me, I rescue him. I raise him high, since he acknowledges my name. He calls to me, and I answer him. In distress, I am at his side. I rescue him and bring him honor. And today's gospel is Matthew 9, verses 18 through 26. While he was speaking to them, suddenly one of the officials came up, who bowed low in front of him and said, My daughter has just died, but come and lay your hand on her and her life will be saved. Jesus rose with his disciples, followed him. Then suddenly from behind came a woman who had been suffering from a hemorrhage for 12 years, and she touched the fringe of his cloak. For she was thinking, if I can only touch his cloak, I shall be saved. Jesus turned round and saw her, and he said to her, "Courage, my daughter, your faith has saved you." And from that moment, the woman was saved. When Jesus reached the official's house and saw the flute players with the crowd making a commotion, he said, "Get out of here. This little girl is not dead. She is asleep." And they ridiculed him. But when the people had been turned out, he went inside and took her by the hand, and she stood up, and the news of this spread all around the countryside. And that is the end of our readings for today. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Until next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and grant you his peace.